want our SMEs to use leather to promote the usage of leather in their products, so that at the end of the day we are able to have as many leather products as possible on the market, which also our people will be able to buy. And in terms of profitability and sustainability, these are also issues that we're tackling, because there is a whole array, of aspects that we have to look at in terms of production efficiency, which can help them at least to improve productivity as well as also profitability. Yeah, so these are some of the things that we are working. Some of the programs that we are looking at clustering of these SMEs, so that those, for example, who do not have better equipment, we are also providing some equipment for them as a common user facility, where SMEs that do not have equipment can come into that facility and use the right equipment to produce their products, so that at least even the quality of their products also is improved in that way.
In the world today, 60% of the products that we have, that we use on a day-to-day basis, are made out of these plastics. Plastic is not sustainable. And then I'm also informed through a study that was done by an organization called Greenpeace, is that of course 60% is plastic that we are utilizing, and most of these items, let's say you buy a sandal today, you can at most wear it on an average of 5 times. After 5 times, either the strap is cut, the sole is falling apart, you can't even, the longevity can never be compared, nothing close to leather. And that is actually what fuels the dumping, because you see, you buy a sandal today, it's broken apart, you can't repair it because after all it's plastic, you can't sew it together, you can't glue it together. So the only option you are left with is to dump, to throw it away. So it looks good, it looks shiny, but it's not sustainable. It can't, it can't serve you for a long period of time. And therefore for us, we are saying, let us move away from the fast fashion and embrace the slow fashion, and leather is one such material that allows you to embrace slow fashion and contribute to environmental conservation.
Like here in Kenya, we are basically working with the Kenyan government, supporting the leather sector. And I must also appreciate what the government has done. The government of Kenya has gone full throttle in terms of supporting the leather sector, and they are doing a lot of things, coming up with zones, economic zones, as well as also coming up with multi-facility production centers. Like we have one in Karioko with state-of-art equipment which our SMEs can use so that they are able to produce competitive products. So this kind of support is what we need, and we are so grateful even to the head of state who really is in the forefront, championing the development of the leather sector. And this is what we need actually in Africa. If we have leaders that are really supporting, or who are in the forefront in supporting sector development, then we know that everything is going to move in the right direction.
Right now, 90% of our leather is being exported at wet blue level. So meaning tanneries are actually producing wet blue material and exporting the material to other countries to add value. We want them to move from semi-processed into finished process. Whatever challenges they have in terms of maybe capital investment, maybe technology and skills, we need to hack that, solve that, so that we are able to move into value addition.
Okay, as you see, we have designers in Africa. We have many talented people in Africa, but our problem is the accessories are very expensive. The accessories are imported. So because of the accessories, because of lack of training, we cannot compete with international. If we get a training and if we get easily the accessories, we can compete with international brands.
I know things like drought are affecting animals sometimes even causing death and loss of life in the case of animals, and this is also to do with climate change. And even as we are talking about sustainability, this is one area which as an organization also we are trying to put effort to ensure that we are using sustainable methods, sustainable technologies that will not affect the environment, because it is the environmental degradation basically that is also causing this climate change. So as we educate, especially our SMEs, ensure that they are using sustainable methods, and also they are very, very alert in terms of environmental conservation, then these are the things which will help us at least sustain also the environment, and at the end of the day also mitigate some of these problems that we have in terms of disasters, and also some of the natural calamities that are coming probably from, let's say we talk of things like floods, which are effects of climate change.
Because society is not aware, so they really are not able to make these informed decisions on how an exercise in futility it is to chase fast fashion. Why buy something shiny, glossy today that you'll only wear once and throw it away? You'd rather have, product that will serve you for a longer period of time. So we need to educate society, and that is why we have this intervention, Real Leather Stay Different, and we are saying, be the change, stand to be different, don't be pushed by fast fashion. Be informed and make those informed decisions to participate in the movement to conserve our environment.
So I really don't try to compete with fast fashion. They'll beat us in prices, they'll beat us in how many products they are iterating, and you know that those products are fast because they don't last. So I don't even worry about that. Like I said, the customer profile who is buying the fast fashion and the one who is buying us is quite different. Or it's the same one, but they know. The way you know that I have this item, I usually use it to go to the market. Then I have this item that I go with to the office. So you'd prioritize how much money you're spending on each.
Much as we want to export to Europe and America, the biggest market is in Africa. And this is why, as entrepreneurs in Africa, first of all, we have to maximize, the market potential that we have in Africa before we even start looking outside. And we are glad that through the African Union and the Africa Free Trade regime that is there, we want to see how we can encourage intra-trade so that we can trade within our African countries. And the market is very, very big. Like I earlier alluded to, the reason why we have an influx of imported things is because there's so much space that we have not occupied as Africans. So if we can build up our production capacities, improve our quality, and also change the perception of our people, where they think it's only what comes from outside which is perfect. And I know most countries now have got the homegrown, build, maybe for example you'd say build Kenya by Kenyan, that is now in most African countries where we're encouraging, to buy our own products.
So storytelling is really, really important. And I guess we're coming into it much later, the MSMEs that are here, because that's what's really going to drive our marketing to get our story known. As specifically as us, but also as the country. Like, who are we? What do we have to give the world, So I would say a lot of emphasis needs to go there. Then, there's the input materials. There are certain components we don't have. That's a challenge. Like the shoes you're wearing, getting those soles are really hard. So you might find we are not able to do it because they have to be imported. Taxation, regulation, the works. All of that stuff makes it also difficult. and policy, but we've seen governments here, so we hope that things are going to change.